Hello, PJ Yoga with TJ. Today's class is called Freedom, and we're going to be freeing ourselves, doing some spinal twist. We're going to be strengthening, lengthening, and a little bit of balance. So look out, here we come for a great class. I think you'll feel good overall. I feel really good after I do a lot of twisting. So I hope you enjoy it. And it will help to open up the nerve supply through the whole body, because we're going to be really opening everything up. So what you need to bring, you definitely will need a block. That will be very helpful. A blanket, a bolster, and an eye mask if you want to do Shavasana with me. If not, then just a block. And freedom. You are free to change your experience by changing the criteria upon which you base your decisions. Let go of old trappings and express your uniqueness. We can all do with a bit of that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started down here. I'll leave this up later. There we go. We're going to begin down on the mat. And let's just come to a seated position. You can use your block or blanket if you have that handy. Just for a moment, I'm going to be sitting this way because we're going to start out in tabletop here in just a minute. But I just want to come to a seated. I always like to kind of close my eyes down. Take a couple of just easy breaths. Just get my intention for the class today, what I hope to accomplish, which is just general stretching throughout the whole body, some strengthening in the legs, a little balance challenge. Some stress relief. Okay, and then recross your legs, opposite leg on top. We're going to do 3 deep breaths, lifting the arms up overhead. Inhale up. Pause at the top. Lean back slightly. Take a breath here. Do a deep inhale. Exhale the arms down. Here we go again. 2 more. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And I'm going to remove my block and meet you in tabletop. Here we are, tabletop. We're going to do a couple of the traditional, I'm going to start calling it cow-cat so I can remember to do the breathing correctly. So we're going to do an inhale into cow, exhale cat. Inhale cow. And then just pause at the top, breathe just normally as we're holding our second cow pose. If you want, you can take and stick your tongue out as far as you can and to a lion's pose. I'm going to inhale, exhale, lion. Inhale, exhale, cat. We'll do 1 more lion's breath. Inhale. Cow. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, cat. And then just to come to neutral. And we're going to do a variation of cat-cow, which I just call it C curve. So we're going to inhale and exhale as we bring the right shoulder and right hip to the side as we're twisting. A gentle twist here to warm up. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Do a little pause in your C curve and just breathe normally. On your next inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Oh, this is going good. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. We'll do one more of C curve, or some people call it cat-cow variation. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. And I'm just taking my hips and trying to look past my shoulder, really stretching that side, my obliques. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Last one. And pause. Really pull up your abdominal cavity, work your core, and then inhale, center. Take your knees as wide as the mat, toes touching, and exhale back into a child's pose. Bring your hands out front. This should give you a little pause from your wrist being in tabletop. We're going to be doing quite a few things on our wrists, so we want to make sure we're taking care of them, especially at the beginning, and not tire them out. Just pause here. Really try to sink down into that pose. And take your fingertips and really pull them forward as you stretch out and lengthen all of those muscles there. We're wanting to lengthen. When you get your body lengthened, you can do a better twist. Do a nice inhale. And as you exhale, take the right hand to the right, left hand follows, and sink down into that. Pause. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. And then come back up into a child's pose. Walk your hands up a few inches. Curl your toes under and come up into our down dog. First down dog of the day. Should feel good. Walk your dog out. We're slowly stretching. After you've done equal sides, bring that to stillness and come up on your feet. Keep your toes flat on the mat, but there should be really, your toes are straight out and your feet are straight up. And then exhale down. I'm trying to describe that a little bit different because in class this week, I said come up on your toes and one person came up on their tiptoes. Don't come up on your tiptoes. Just raise your toes up and down. If you can't reach your heels to the mat, don't worry. Just come as far as you can. One more up. And I'm kind of tipping forward as I come up, and then I'm lowering down, coming into the down dog. Stretch your tailbone to the ceiling and walk your hands forward. Into a nice forward fold. I'll take and hold each elbow into ragdoll. We forgot our plank. We'll do our plank as we go back down. You didn't forget it, I did. So I shouldn't say we, I should just say I forgot to say plank. Whew. And just doing movements that you feel Got your body needs. Let your body guide you. Maybe a swing up and back. Maybe a swing side to side. A little bit of stretching. Don't get too wild with it. And then inhale. Place your hands back on the mat. Step your feet back. We're going to do our plank. Come into your down dog. And then roll over into your plank. Oh, there we go. Plank. Hold it. We're going to hold it for just a few seconds here. If you cannot hold in the plank, you can bring your knees down to the mat and do a Pilates plank or half plank, it's called. Or come out completely and go into a child's pose. Here we go. Inhale back into down dog. Walk your feet forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Bend your knees generously. Inhale all the way up. We're going to come into a chair pose with prayer hands. And we're going to do a twist while we're in here. So if you want to, oh, my head's kind of cut off. I'll step back a little bit. If you want to try the twist, you might want to look and see what it looks like. So we'll be coming into chair pose, sitting back. Try to get back as far as you can with your hips. And then we're going to inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to twist over to the right side, bringing your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Okay? And we will do a couple of those on each side, and we will hold it as we get into the twist. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, prayer hands down as you come into chair pose. Take a pause. Do a nice inhale. And exhale into our twist. Our first big twist of the day. Warming up those obliques. Really twisting the spine. And just breathe normally here. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. I really am letting that left elbow rest on that outside of the knee. Pressing my hands together. Building strength in my arms. Inhale, center. Release your hands and come up slowly. We'll do that whole thing one more time. Let's do a little shoulder roll here. Shoulder rolls back. And that should feel really nice. Inhale up. Prayer hands. Exhale down into chair pose. Pause. Really ground yourself. Get your, I'm really putting a lot of pressure on my heels, which is tightening up my glutes and my hamstrings. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Chair pose, twist. Try to pull in your stomach. I just noticed that mine's not tight. We want to work our core as we're twisting. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Keep that core tight. Use those Uddiyana bandhas or Mula bandhas. And there's one more bandha, but I cannot remember the name. The Mula bandha is the lower belly. Uddiyana is the middle. And then there's the top. And inhale through center. Let your hands rest down. Straighten your legs. Get on your fingertips. Roll slightly forward so that you're putting some pressure on those fingertips, building some strength and stability in the hands. Inhale up. Slowly. Exhale down. Walk your feet back into down dog. And our next sequence is going to be a down dog, three-legged dog, and high lunge with a twist, low lunge, prayer hands with a twist, sort of like what we did with chair pose. So inhale the right leg up. Make sure that your leg is staying in line. This is important. Point your toe. And then bend your knee and inhale your right leg through your arms. Some people can swing it right up in there. I have to kind of work mine up. I'm up here in high lunge. I'm going to inhale up. Here we are, up at the top. Oh, it's hard to look at to turn sideways. So I'm just going to stay like this. I'm going to inhale my arms up, halfway, exhale under prayer hands. Inhale my arms up in the air, and exhale as I come over into my lunge. I'm going to rest my right elbow on my right thigh and stretch my left hand straight up in the air. Inhale as you straighten the leg. Bring your left foot up a little bit for our triangle pose, Trikonasana. So you want not quite as wide as in the high lunge. And this is where your block will come in handy. I have to get my block over here. I'm going to use my block. It's going to be placed on the inside of my right foot. Inhale your arms up halfway, and exhale as you just lean over. The point is not to get all the way to the mat. I'm going to bring my back up to the highest position. You can stay like this, or you can just let your hand rest on your leg. I will use my block here. Left arm straight up. Trikonasana. Exhale up. I'm going to walk my left foot back. Come down onto my knee for low lunge. And again, keep your block handy if you want. Because you can either do prayer hands with a twist, or you can just stay down here and bring your hand to the block as you roll forward to really get that stretch through the hip, for that hip flexor. For the rest of us, inhale up halfway, exhale the arms into prayer hands, inhale, and exhale as we twist the left elbow over to the outside of the right knee. Really twisting and dipping those hips down for a deeper stretch.